Original. The bad man, mash up the place. And a bad man, mash up the place. Original bad man. The bad man, mash up the place. And a bad man, mash up the place.
Just say no, 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 no.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to show you guys how I created this red middle part quick weave bob. So I did prepare my hair by slicking it down with Grow Protect solution. I have an entire video on how I protect my hair using GPS and how it works and everything. So I do have a leave out and I left a little bit of baby hairs around the side. So the hair that I'm using is Sasha by Outre in the color 425 and it's in 12 inches. The cost of the hair was $10.97 and that was a sale price at my local beauty supply store. So I definitely had to grab it. I grabbed 2 packs, but in total for this hairstyle, I ended up using 1.5 packs. So I'm just going to show you guys how I glue down my tracks, and I'm using Salon Pro 30-second glue, hair bond glue. So first I just measure around the nape. So I'm starting at the nape. So I measure with my fingers, and then once I got the measurement, I just pull the tracks apart. So you can definitely use scissors and cut your tracks. I'm just being extra. Yeah, so now that I have it, I kind of remeasured again, and I add some glue to the track. So in addition to glue, you can definitely put some holding spray and spritz on it, or free spray. But I find that when I use the GPS on my hair, it sticks to the glue very well, so it doesn't need for that extra hold. So now I'm just placing the track on the lowest part of my head. So for me, it's right under my ponytail, and I'm just pressing it down with my fingers. So this is the same pattern I do moving up towards my head, and up until I reach my leave out, it kind of turns into like a horseshoe shape. So as you can see, I've already put the glue on the track, and I'm just pressing it down. And I'm just showing you guys here again that I did leave some hair around the hairline out. And this is because the hair at the front is a lot more weaker. It's easier to break. And I didn't want to take the chance of, gluing it, even with the Grow Protect solution on it. So I just left it out. And I didn't want it to look too glued. So I just left some hair out so it can look, a little bit more easy breezy. I don't know if that makes sense, but you know what I mean. So yeah, I'm just continuing to lay my tracks down. This process doesn't take too long. That's what I love about quick weaves. If you're really good at it, it can take you about a half an hour to glue down all your tracks. So as you can see, as I'm getting to the top, it's coming to more of a horseshoe shape, So you just kind of have to just go with the shape of, your leave out, or just the shape of your head, really. And I'm just adding the 2 last tracks to each side of my middle part. So I measured it, put glue on the tracks, and now I'm just laying it down and pressing it in. And I'm trying not to go too close to my leave out because my leave out does not have any Grow Protect solution on it. So the glue would definitely stick to my hair. Now that everything is laid down, I'm just taking the comb to comb out the hair, and I'm going to work on my leave out now. So I'm just combing it out because it was in a flat twist, so it has, a little bit of a crimp. And I'm using the BioSilk serum, and this is going to work as a heat protector, and also it's going to add some shine to my hair. I'm just working it in, and I'm parting it down the middle so that it's even on both sides with my rat tail comb. The flat iron that I'm using today is from Duval, and this is a titanium flat iron in 1 inch. It's called Rendezvous. If you check out my description box below, you'll see that I have a coupon code for 70% off. So if you want to take advantage of that, you definitely can. So their flat iron has temperature control. It goes up to 450 degrees, and yeah, it's pretty good. So, as you can see, I'm not sure if you can tell, but my leave-out is a little bit stiff, and this is because the wrap setting lotion that I had used is was had a very firm hold, actually. So a very firm hold, so that's why it was pretty stiff. But besides that, everything is fine. Right now it's giving me like an ombre kind of look. I could keep it like this, but I definitely wanted to do the whole red bob look. So this is where I'm coming in with the Jerome Russell temp temporary hair color spray, and the color is red wine. And I got this spray from my local beauty supply store. I forgot how much I paid for it, but you could also find this online. I believe it's on Amazon as well as Walmart in the States. So yeah, like I mentioned, it's color red wine. And this is just an easy way to color your hair without bleach or without any dye. And it washes out right away with shampoo. So I'm just using the piece of paper to shield my face because I just don't want it to spray on my face. I already have makeup on. And I'm using the brush to kind of blend everything through because some parts are picking up the spray more than others because I just haven't mastered on how to spray it evenly. So the brush kind of like blends it through, and it also tames, any flyaways that I might have, and it reblends my hair. So this is one side done. You can see the difference there, and the other side. So I'm going to do the same thing that I did to the left side. I'm going to do that to the right side. So now it's time to cut my bob. I'm using regular scissors. These aren't professional scissors. They probably cost me about $6 at the beauty supply store. So I'm just cutting as straight across as I can. And I'm trying to make it as even as possible. So I'm just using the tail comb to guide it down, and then I'm just cutting straight across. As I was cutting, before I started cutting, I knew that I wanted it to be past my jawline, but not completely touching my shoulder. So this is the perfect length that I was looking for. So I'm doing the same thing to the other side, of course, because I want it to be as even as possible. And I know that cutting, especially my own hair, it's not going to be perfect. So there's always a need to, touch up and do some more cutting wherever necessary. So wherever I see any hairs that are longer, significantly longer than others, where it's not even, I'm just taking the scissors and just trimming. I definitely should have wore a cape because I have so much hairs everywhere. It just got really uncomfortable. So I'm just showing you guys the back here. There's like a big little gap there that needs to be evened out. So I'm gonna make that even, try to make it as straight as possible. So I'm using my clippers that I have, and I'm gonna try and, make it even basically and make a straight line because, the back of your bob cannot be looking all crazy, especially if the front looks nice. So I tried that and it wasn't perfect. So I had to try another method. So the method that I used is the ponytail method, and that's where you gather the back into a ponytail, and then after putting on the after putting it into a ponytail, you literally just cut whatever is left at the end, and it just helps to bring everything together so that everything gets an even cut. So that's the method I ended up using, and I'm just showing you guys here that this is like pretty much trial and error, and that there's always a way to fix your hair. There's always different methods to try if you end up messing it up, right? So I did that, and that's a little bit better now, and there's always room for tweaking. So just never give up, pretty much. And like, it's not always going to be perfect, but you just got to do the best that you can. Like, come on. All right, so this is what I got so far. So this is like my rough outline of my bob. So the next thing that I decided to do was use some thinning shears because I noticed that the ends were pretty thick, and what the thinning shears are going to do is obviously thin the ends out a little bit so that the ends don't look super blunt or super chunky. So it's going to help it flow a little bit better, and yeah, it just makes it look a little bit less homemade, because this is homemade, right? So it's just going to soften it up a bit. So I'm just taking the thinning shears and I'm just focusing on the ends of it. And yeah, I'm just working it. And I do this all the way around. So all the way like from the left to the right, and I do the back as well. And it did make a big difference. I don't know if you can see the left side and the right side, how different it looks. And it makes a difference when you're flat ironing it as well. So I'm just going to show you guys the back here, and I'm going to show you the difference that it made. It's not completely perfect, but I did end up going in and fixing the areas that needed fixing. But after flat ironing it and making corrections, it turned out beautifully. So you know I have to put on my accessories, and this earring is actually called Roxy, and this is from Bossy Tea Boutique. Check out Bossy Tea Boutique. I'll leave their details in the description box below. And this is the overall finished look, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe for more videos. If you are not new and you've been rocking with me from the beginning, thank you so much. I love you guys. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll try my best to answer all your questions, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.